Bill, I believe your microphone is off.
I'd like to call to order the Public Arts Commission for the City of Indio today, Tuesday, July 12th, 5:30 p.m. May we have roll call, please?
Commissioner Gutierrez, Commissioner Becerra,
Here.
Commissioner Cruz Zendejas, Vice Chairperson Niemeyer.
Here.
And Chairperson Shinsky.
Here. Thank you. Commissioner Becerra, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item number 3, public comments for items not on the agenda. We have no public comments.
We don't have any public comments. Have you received anything, Ms. Smith?
No.
Thank you. No comments, sir.
Item 4, are there any presentations by local artists and or art organizations?
There is none tonight.
Okay, thank you. Action items. Item 5.1, second entry gateway project, which is Kenner Avenue and Jackson Street.
Good evening, Mr. Chairperson and members of the commission. I apologize. I'm gonna just provide the presentation from the chair. I'm a little bit sick. I did a COVID test at home this morning, so it's not COVID. It's just a regular allergy or sickness. Thank you for allowing me to do that. As you mentioned, this is action item number 5.1, which is our second entry gateway project. We are trying to get a sculptural piece within the grass area, which is off of I-10, north of Kenner Avenue, and west of Jackson Street. Project will be in a sculptural form, combination of elements. It could be existing or conceptual. By existing, we mean it could have been fabricated already and an artist may have a piece that be suitable, or they can come up with the concept. And basically the intent is to create a statement view that be enjoyed by residents and the visitors to the city. As I said, the location is northwest corner of Kenner Avenue and Jackson Street, south of I-10. The release date will be July 14, 2022, and the deadline is September 1st, 2022 at 5 p.m. Staff recommends approval of the request for proposal to install a sculptural entry monument, and also staff would like to ask the commission to appoint an ad hoc committee for artwork selection for Public Arts Commission consideration. And as you know, this project was approved as part of the yearly work plan of the commission by the commission and by the council. The budget for this piece is $125,000, and that's the maximum budget. That will conclude my staff report. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Do we have any questions?
I do. Were there any more plans for re-landscaping or anything at that park?
So there's no plan for landscaping, but I added the landscape as part of this project as well. So when the artists come up with their design, they can also show us where the landscape could be, and perhaps a desert landscape. So the sprinklers won't, spray water on the piece. But if we have to do anything else beside that, then that'll be beside what the artist proposed. That'll be something that we come back before the Arts Commission, the council, and maybe we get the Public Works to be part of the discussion as well.
Commissioner Becerra, any questions? This project does not have a theme.
Correct.
And RFP will be going out soon. 2 days, the 14th.
Yes.
Okay. So then we need to select an ad hoc committee to go through those submissions and make recommendations. I'm going to throw my name in the hat for that, please, and which means that we need one more member of this commission to be on that ad hoc committee. Do I have any volunteers?
Did the chairperson,
Sir, yes.
chairperson, would you like to add a theme to the project or no?
I think the ad hoc committee, once we determine who they are, we can talk about that. Sometimes the theme, especially for an entry piece, could be a smart thing to do.
Yeah, I think it's also important to how the description also talks about the history of the land being farmland. So maybe like bring that into consideration too. Maybe
Refer to
something
it.
something on the farm workers. It's just something that when I was reading through this.
Yeah, reference agriculture, the history of agriculture in India or whatever. But yeah, I think once we determine who the ad hoc committee is, then we can get together and really flesh that out and come up with something more substantial.
And then I just forgot to add something. I like to add a section, which I forgot to add, which is the artists need to also figure out where all the underground utilities are. So I will add that to RFP. It may not be, we will be help them on that, but I just wanted to have that there so they look at the underground utilities because they probably are some water line and some electricity lines too.
Mm-hmm.
So if the commission is okay with that, I may add that as a section that the artist should note.
You're going to require them to locate it themselves or to?
No, they go through the dig alert, so they give it to them where they
Okay.
are, but that will be something that they should note of it, so they don't just assume that we're gonna figure it out.
Sure. Hopefully there's only like low voltage and sprinkler lines there because there was a swimming pool there they demolished. So yeah, hopefully there's nothing underneath the ground.
So
I think that'd be very helpful.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
and I will add the dig alert. They can go through them, and if they need assistance, we can help them.
Okay. I know that when we did the Oculus Soul, there was issues because there used to be residences and businesses on that property. And we talked about locating, old gas lines and plumbing underneath that. So, yeah.
Well, we have one individual for the ad hoc committee, that being myself. Anyone else like to volunteer?
I'll be abstaining from this one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I can always ask Cece or Noe if they would like to do it, but whatever you want to do.
if they don't want to be on it, I don't mind. I'm just looking at the list and I have myself in 3 out of the 6 already. But
So we can postpone that to the next meeting.
yeah, just to see if
Well,
anyone wants to be on it. If not, I don't mind.
Okay.
we have one. Actually, I think,
Or maybe we can just select the ad hoc committee now, and if we need, should you want to change it, we can bring it up next meeting to be changed.
do you have handy a list of people on ad hoc committees in front of you?
I do if you want to look at it.
Oh, yes, please. That way. Noe. God, everyone's busy on all sorts of things. Well, I'd like to ask Commissioner Gutierrez if he'd agree. And if he does, fine. If not, then the next time around, well, but I think, we can go ahead and approve the RFP
Sure.
without the ad hoc committee. So could I have a motion to approve the RFP less the ad hoc committee?
A motion to approve the ad hoc, or the motion to approve the RFP.
I'll second.
Commissioner Becerra,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Niemeyer,
Yes.
Chairperson Shinsky.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Right, thank you. Item 5.2, traffic signal box program to approve circulation of a request for proposal RFP for the city's traffic signal box program for 60 days.
So we have received some images from the teen center that we go through, I believe, next slides. But again, this is something that maybe we can have an open until filled application on for this project, not just 60 days, and open it to everybody 18 and above. So it won't be just Coachella Valley, so we can get more proposals. Last time we got limited proposals, and then this time with the teen center also is even less limited. So I thought maybe that would be a better way to go. But I put it at 60. It's up to the commission if you want to have it open until filled, because we have about another 30 boxes that they're situated in a high visibility corridors or corners that makes sense to wrap them. That concludes my staff report. So if the commission agrees, we can either go with this recommendation or revise it as you wish.
Well, I think it would be a wise thing to do if we had an RFP out there until those 30 boxes were images for those 30 boxes were approved, instead of doing in increments, coming back to it, doing more increments, coming back. Just keep that RFP period open until we have reached that magic number of 30. So it would, if I could get if anyone agrees, if I could get a motion to that effect.
I'll move to circulate an RFP for the traffic signal box the next 60 days and open it up to people over the age of 18.
60 days or until the 30 boxes are filled.
Sure, we'll amend my motion to say that.
Sounds good. Noted.
I'll second the motion.
All right. So we have a
Commissioner Becerra,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Niemeyer,
Yes.
Chairperson Shinsky.
yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item 5.3, approve a student stipend for the Coachella Valley Museum, History Museum Water Tower Project, and that would be,
So if you would like, I can explain it a little bit more. I contacted some of the schools and they responded back to me. I talked to the instructors and they were interested to know how much the stipend would be. So I can't make decision on that. So that's why I'm coming back before the commission. We may need to go to the council for that as well. So I just would like to know, let's say if we get several proposals and we would like to, for example, choose 3 of them, how much stipend we will get them at the end. Does the commission would like to give them something for initiation as well? And again, we have a budget for $10,000 per year for images, not budget, but it was discussed that $10,000 per year to be dedicated for new imagery. So that's why we're before you to see if there is a magic number that the commission would like to dedicate for this project. And then if we have to go to the council, then we'll go to the council as well for their approval.
Any comments, questions?
There was more to that presentation that you had about going into a 12-month exclusive with paintscaping and everything.
So I haven't contacted the paintscaping yet for the 12 months exclusive, but this is just for this portion of that whole project. So if the commission wants to stop on this and then go through the paintscaping and get the feedback from him, I can do that as well.
Okay. So right now you're just looking for an amount for a stipend.
Correct.
Okay.
And then kind of have both, you know, this is the proposal that we received from the student. This is the proposal that we got from paintscaping. So go through the entire thing and then see which one you may choose. You may choose paintscaping, or you may choose the students based on the quality of the work.
Refresh my memory, the word exclusive with paintscaping. I'm uncomfortable with an exclusive with anybody.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So basically means they do everything from creating image, running it, testing it, and they give us like, you know, for a year, 12 months, what we need to be up there.
So that really does leave out any local artists, any artists from the region, the state, wherever.
If it will be completely exclusive, yes, it will leave out everybody else.
Because I'm not comfortable with that idea at all.
The other version will not be exclusive. So go through all those 3-4 companies that we know of, and also the students, and to receive some, you know, samples, you know, 30 seconds of shows that they can show it to us, and then we can say which one we like and how much it costs, and go from there. That could be another option.
Do we ever get a hard number on production? What a good production would cost?
So the good production is between 15,000 to 40,000. It's based on how long it is and what type of images are there. Is it going to be music? What kind of music will
Right.
be there? So all those. So it's an animation basically. So how complex that animation is, stick figures or like, you know, Pixar quality, and what kind of music.
This is something I think we need to work on, have more discussion, because we're trying to get this program built to the part where we can have student artists, professional artists from across the country or the world, whatever, to submit. And we still have our outside consultant pitching new production. And his production cost is for him to hire actors, write a script, film it, do all that sort of thing. It's not necessarily adapting work to the tower. It's hiring him to create another production that he likes to do. And he likes to do these things. And I'm not going to leave out that he has every right to apply to do these things. He's got to pitch the idea same as everyone else. But as far as a commission going out and saying, we want you to use this theme, paintscaping, and create us an original piece, and here's your budget, I don't think that that's what this program should be.
Yeah, I mean, because my understanding from the beginning of this project was it was an opportunity for artists to come to us with new programming based on whatever imagery, theme they thought was appropriate. You know, to open, getting that especially that local energy and creative community input and participation, not dealing with one particular company that wants an exclusive deal. I'd feel very uncomfortable by telling the local, regional, state, world, whatever artist community that, oh, no, we're going to stick with the original people.
So we can do it the same way as the others, maybe have an RFP for everybody, like this imaging companies to apply for, and have a second one just exclusive for students, because what happens with the students, they have all those, the softwares, the hardwares, the artists, the scripts, and all those collaborative talents in one space, and they're not paying for that. They're using it for free. So the stipend will be their award or their reward. So it will be cheaper as opposed to go through those companies. We can have two separate RFPs. We can run them concurrently. We can run them one after the other. So these are options. I agree with you. I think exclusive to paintscaping, maybe not what the commission meant back then and means now. But I think he should know about it. There's an RFP out, and you're more than welcome to apply.
My question is, I'm reading the staff report that we're discussing this, and you're talking about two separate RFPs, one for a firm and one for student level. What would the RFP for the firm be? For them to create content from scratch, or for them to administer and adapt someone else's work?
To basically, we give them the specification and the resolutions and how this cylinder works. So all those, but they come up with the content and everything that they're supposed to create. We are not giving them a specific theme, but they can come up with, with the show and the script and whatever is supposed to be there. So it could be their basically imagination.
Okay. So it sounds like what we're doing is we're creating a pool of money to either have professional level artists create content, or to have student level artists, or to have like an open submission type thing. Not necessarily $15,000 to somebody to create something we tell them to create.
That's absolutely correct. But what is before you right now is just a student stipend. The other part is not before you tonight. So yeah, that 15,000 to 40,000, that's the ballpark. It could go more, it could be less, depends on what they do. But that's just for your information. We can have a cap on how much we can pay to these companies, because based on the budget that the art has. But again, it's up to the commission. If the commission and council decide they're going to spend all the art money for this project, it's up to you and the council, basically. So staff just giving suggestions.
Okay.
Did you say we had 10,000 for the budget for the imagery per year?
Correct.
So that would be how many? And then how many images did we want per year? And we would just.
So that's the image, means you give them an image and it's $500 to flatten the image. And so that was that. But this is a show, so it may go above that. And that was not a contract. It was just conversation. So now we can figure out how much it costs when we receive the RFPs. And then that cost will be something that the commission needs to approve and go before the council for appropriation. So it's completely different than when it was decided in 2017. 2017 was just images. Somebody just puts it in that template and call it a day. And that basically cannot happen because we don't have somebody to put it there and call it a day. We need to go through somebody, and those are the costs now.
Right.
Well, as far as student stipends go, does anyone have a number?
I can tell you that the Alice Beach digital graffiti event, which is a 3-day event, and it happens throughout this whole development, and they shoot it all over the place. Their prize pool for the year is $10,000. They have a 5, a 2, and then 3 single $1,000 prizes, but that's for professional level artists that get awards. They have other pieces that they run that don't necessarily get a stipend. It's just a submission from artists. And it's just you're a part of the festival, whether or not you get a stipend or not. And it's people that are creating content and they're using it to, they're not necessarily projecting on a cylinder. So that's going to be the difference between ours and theirs. So it's something to think about because they just have an open call to artists. I don't know if there's a submission fee or anything like that, but there's only awards for 5 people for their 3-day festival.
But participation in the festival is like an award.
Yeah, I hate to say to reward people with exposure. I hate
Yeah,
hearing that
me
as
too.
an artist, but it is a thing to get up on that as a part of a regularly occurring event. I'd like to see a regularly occurring event or several throughout the year.
And again, if this is, you think is premature, we can table it, bring it back again with with the ideas that the commission may have tonight. So I can make note of the list of your ideas and bring it back. So if you would like to table it for the next commission meeting, that's absolutely fine. There won't be no hurt feelings here.
Yeah, I think that's probably something we should do because I'd like to have some definite hard numbers of what to offer, film students. Professionals are professionals, but students, I mean, some of these kids are remarkably talented. And even though they do have access to the latest equipment, et cetera, we can help make their careers. So,
So even if we that's just a suggestion, if we give the 3 finalists, because we're going to use the shows, all those 3 shows on the projection. So if we give them equal 2,500 a piece, it still will be under that 10,000 a year. And we have 3 shows. So we can stretch it to 2 years to use those 3 shows with the 2 shows that we have. And then within 2 years, again, do something like that. So you can think about it that way, or you can think about it, you want to pay even more, go over that 10,000, but stretch it to 3 years or whatever you wish to do.
well, I don't like the idea of going over the 10,000 because we're not really sure yet if this whole project is going to work correctly. The 10,000, it's a decent amount of money. We can give it a try. I mean, I think if we offered 3 students, 3,000 apiece to do something, those 3 that were chosen each get that $3,000 to pay for the project they're doing.
Yeah, I see it. Another way is for projects they may already have. Like students, student
Yeah,
film festival
sure,
basically is something you've already worked on. The issue here is it's difficult to adapt because it's basically, a huge horizontal image. And so, yeah, I do think maybe, yes, if we have someone create specifically for the cylinder and then to have an open call event where maybe you're shooting the same image 3 times just for an open call event and then have money available for that. I think we need to probably discuss this and work this out a little longer.
So waiting until the next commission meeting. And
I
in the
think so.
meantime, we can talk more about it.
Yes.
So maybe I'll send an email to get all your suggestions and then convert it to a staff report, list of suggestions, and bring it back on, I believe it's August 9, next meeting. So I can bring it back then. And we go from there.
Okay.
Fine.
Perfect. Thank you. So
Thank you.
we table
Thank
this item. I believe you need to make a motion to continue the item to August
Yes.
9th.
I'll move that we continue this to August 9th.
Second that.
So we have a second, but by Commissioner Becerra.
Commissioner Becerra,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Niemeyer,
Yes.
Chairperson Shinsky.
Yes,
Motion carried.
Thank you.
thank you. Item 6, project updates, 6.1 Teen Center traffic signal box.
So Teen Center traffic signal box, we received 16 images. And I would like to get a hard date from the ad hoc committee, which one of them is not here. And then Mr. Newmeyer. If you could give me a hard date and time for when we can meet, that would be great. So we can just meet, the subcommittee can meet and go over. It will be a Zoom meeting, so it could be anytime. I'm also okay if we have to do it over the weekend. But if I can get a couple of dates and times from you, so I can check it with Commissioner Zendaya, that would be great.
You let me know. I'm going on vacation Saturday, so I can do it anytime.
Saturday, you're going for how long?
I'll be gone for 2 weeks, but
Okay,
you
before
can get,
Saturday?
no. You can get me anytime on vacation. I'm
On
not
vacation?
doing, I'm not
Okay.
doing anything.
Okay, so if I email you, that'll be fine?
Yes, just not Saturday.
Off the record, I emailed you, they responded.
I'm going to give you a new address because I'm having issues with my server.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I get your, you send it to me, you have my email, right?
Yes, I'll get you my new email address.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir.
Item 6.2 mural conservation assessment update.
So you probably have seen, they removed the mural, they put the primer. This is a primer, and they were supposed to paint this wall, the wall facing Fargo, and also the under the canopy wall this Saturday. So you need to go check. Haven't had that chance to check. But the good thing is the graffiti abatement budget will cover the entire cost and labor. So that's just, great generosity from the code enforcement and the graffiti abatement team, and also Jason Anderson and Tony and the other staff, that they just did a great job. I mean, it looks good even with the primer. So just wanted to let the commission know that we didn't pay a dime for this one.
Thank you, graffiti abatement. Yes, yeah, I see them on Saturday mornings. They worked hard. 6.3 public arts strategic plan.
So the strategic plan was sent to the commission. I would like to know if the commission had time to review the plan, if they have any comments or any direction on next steps, and also if there is a timeline that the commission would like to adhere to. So basically, I would like to hear from the commission, but I know we have two of our commissioners absent, so I can hear from the rest of the commission if you had the time to review it.
Please, people, take a look. Send your comments to Layla.
I got the notes that you sent us. Am I on? No. The notes that you sent us was the highlighted parts, right? So I'm just wondering, those are the parts that were, I guess, not in compliant with the code. Is that
That's correct.
okay? I don't think we have time to go through it line by line today. From what I was understanding is that we were going to have a workshop or something where we can dig into.
Sure. So that's the time actually to hear from you. If the commission would like to have a workshop, what day? I think we can do it at Arts Commission meeting, so it will be agendized. If other people from community would like to be participating, they have the time because we have the public comment portion. So if that's what the commission would like to do, we can schedule it. I think the August agenda is pretty full, so maybe September, so you have more time to review it, make notes, and at that time we can have a workshop. Probably an hour maximum. So we all need to be very concise to meet that 1 hour. And that'll be fine with me. If the commission would like to do that, that's absolutely fine.
If we do that, I'm thinking September's makes the most sense.
I'm comfortable with that as well.
So tentatively, we can schedule the September meeting to be a workshop on the strategic plan, maximum an hour. So people have to be succinct in their comments.
Sounds good to me. Is that the wish of the entire commission?
Yes.
Okay, great. We'll do that. All right.
6.4 circulated request for proposals.
So we had released the two RFPs for mural number 12 and mural number 16. We put it on the city's website, Facebook, and social media. Staff had direct email to about 25 artists. There were artists that we had worked with them previously, and also some artists that, since I've been on board with the Arts Commission, has been introduced to me. And also the artists that I found, online or via Instagram. So I sent it to 25. I received 3-4 emails from interested artists. I also got a phone call today as well from interested artists that would like to submit proposals. So it's exciting to know even like within 2 weeks we have interest. The KESQ TV channel also interviewed me and another artist regarding this project. So they also pitched it in the news. So I guess we will receive several proposals, and it will be exciting to meet with the ad hoc committee and go through them and present them eventually to the commission for final selection.
What is it? They were circulated on the 1st, and when is the deadline for those?
So one is August 22nd. The other one, I believe, is September 1st.
August 22nd is the
12.
cacti
Yes.
wall, and September is the Jackson Street Bridge.
Correct.
Because there's some, Layla sent me some information today on a project for murals it was like a mural competition, live and in person. And because I've spoken to a number of artists about the Jackson Street Bridge project, and that's huge, massive. And for an individual to do that entire thing is like almost impossible, it seems like. And the amount that we've got budgeted is not real savory to some folks. But if we rethought the approach on the Jackson Street Bridge, where it's sectioned off into whether it's 3, 4, 5 areas, that 3, 4, 5 artists each get an area, and make that an event, a live community-based event where the actual community day would be the last day the artists are working, where we could have the murals finished, we could do music, we could do food. I mean, it would like a downtown community event.
The only caveat on that is maybe we use the wall on the wing walls and the stair and the wall there on the south portion, which is connected to downtown, and people can walk around it, because they won't be able to walk around the columns because it's the middle of the street. So that could be something that we can do. But again, we can discuss that further in our next, maybe September meeting or next meeting. And based on the proposals, we can discuss that. My fear is to make a community event and people think they can cross and look at the artist working while it's not really safe.
Well, no, I mean, it wouldn't, I don't think it would be smart to have the artists working and people watching them, but they could be finishing up, they could be signing their name to their work on the day that it's open to the public. But it's the dedication day, basically, where that's when the downtown would be alive with people. Instead of our normal dedication where there's, a few folks attend. Make it like a mini festival
Yeah,
in downtown.
Exactly.
So, just a thought.
Sure, we can discuss it more and then I can bring it back anytime that the commission would like.
Okay, thank you. All right. Item 7, commissioner comments. Anyone have any hot news they'd like to share? Can you do anything interesting besides work?
No.
No.
My air conditioner has been broken for nearly 3 weeks
Well, this is good.
in just my office,
No.
but I do not work outside.
Next week is Latino Conservation Week. I know of one public event that's happening with CVCC, Coachella Valley Conservation Commission. One of their workers is having an event in Oswego Canyon, so it's open to the public. I believe you can register RSVP through their email. It's epage@cvag.us.com or cvag.org. So let me get it real quick.
All right. And that's Latino Conservation Week?
Yes, it's a nationwide sort of event that happens. So different folks can do events just based on conservation in our communities, and you can kind of do anything.
In the Latino communities.
Yeah, it's highlighting Latino conservationists or people who do work with Latino communities or how our lands affect our communities as well. So it's a wide range of conservation work. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, find us the info and we'll publicize it.
Yeah, epage@cvag.org.
ePage?
Yeah.
P-A-G-E?
PAIGE.
P-A-I-G-E @cvag.org.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So if y'all want to do a night hike in Oswego Canyon on Saturday, it's a night hike in Oswego Canyon.
A night hike,
Yeah.
not with the snakes around. No.
Snakes are our friends.
The last time I night hiked was in Vietnam. No, thank you. I don't do that anymore.
All right.
All right. And I'm just staying as busy as I normally am.
Yes, everybody should follow the Instagram for Coachella Valley Art Center so you can see a lot of things happening. I can't even.
There's supposed to be something happening tonight as
Yeah.
we speak.
Exactly.
Aztec dancing lessons for kids. Yeah. They were supposed to start at 5 and I was there at 5 and they weren't there yet. So what can I say? Anyway, all right. Item 8, staff items.
So our Cerebral K, one of the pieces fell last week, as you see on this image. So staff had contacted Golden Voice and they were there today to fix that and also do an inspection on all the pieces, on all the towers. So they will go through each piece and make sure they are in a good shape. And also they will add additional screws and washers. As you see on that image, on the right is the existing screws, and the left is the ones that they're adding with washers. So it's kind of hold it stronger in place. and they're adding more screws. So just wanted to let the commission know that we are working on it to fix it, and per the contract, it will cost us money. Per the contract, we had about 19,000 yearly inspections and repair as needed. And for replacing panels, we have yearly up to $68,000 budgeted to replace them. This is not going to get close to any of those numbers, but it will cost the public arts to pay for any repair and replacing of the panels.
And we're paying Golden Voice to do this?
Yes, we're paying Golden Voice because the staff and equipment and everything is coming from Golden Voice.
I cannot believe that we're giving Golden Voice money for something they should be doing as a community service.
Again, it is part of the contract.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
it's a done deal. It was part of the contract. And right now, this falling the pieces are public safety concerns. So we wanted them to go there and inspect it and get it done. But again, it's a cost that we need to pay every time that happens.
It should not have happened so early.
Yeah, it is plywood. So with the heat and the rain, as you see, there are cracks. So when the cracks get bigger, they will be.
I know all that. I understand all that. I'm just, I'm going back to my original gripe is that this project was approved without, before it was even mentioned to this commission. And Golden Voice, plywood in the desert doesn't last. And it should not be falling apart so quickly. And again, paying, the idea of paying Golden Voice thousands of dollars for something they should be doing as a community service, I don't like it.
I understand completely. And that will
Any others?
that will conclude the staff comments.
With no other comments, no other. Well, and I guess at 6:17, we will adjourn.